All right, cool. So it looks like we have Ice Climbers and Steve. Now, this is going to be a very interesting matchup because Steve is definitely a hard opponent to go against. And Ice Climbers alone, it's hard to control Nana and just making sure that Nana does what they need to do. And assuming that Steve is going to do a lot of block placements and everything, it's going to be hard for Ice Climbers to really uh, close in on Steve, especially controlling Nana, because Steve can easily separate them both.
YouTube stream is hella delayed by 30 seconds.
That's fine.
Ish.
That's
40.
fine.
Okay.
All right, nice stock takeoff from Ice Climbers over here. Von Karma is doing actually pretty well against this Steve matchup. I was actually expecting Steve to oppress Ice Climbers a lot more in this situation here. But definitely the spacing and keeping Steve at a distance and keeping him on his toes is working wonders for them here. Right, looks like Steve is really trying to separate those two, trying to get rid of Nana, but it's not working the way that he wants to. Oh, I love the patience that are coming out of Von Karma, and instead of rushing in at Steve, just being patient to see what Steve's options are coming out.
Yeah, he's very patient, actually. Although the matchup would definitely be in Steve's favor, but it's actually not. Icy's actually have a down pat. It's like he's respecting Steve's options, but like making sure that whatever option he explores, it's not enough where he can get punished.
Yes, the ice is definitely a huge factor there, and unfortunately, that platform, that stage transition into those tri platforms, I think messed up Ice Climbers a placement there, and Steve was able to get them with an up smash. Oh, I love how Steve really tried to get rid of Nana, but not so easy. That's actually pretty clever with him using the minecart. See, now we're seeing a shift in play here. Steve is actually starting to play a little bit more carefully and more mindful. Ooh, but that block placement, Ice Climbers took advantage of that. It's just slight bit of lag there and took that stock out of Steve. Now, Steve has to be really creative here, just trying to take care of Ice Climbers here. He definitely had the right idea, using minecart to separate Nana away, but Nana is just so resilient here. She keeps coming back. Ooh, but Steve was able to get that stock off. Now both players down to their last stock each, but Steve has 78% here. Yeah, both players are starting to get really, really tensed up here. Steve is really fighting for his life. Very bold for him to be onto the stage, but that distance did help him a bit. Sitting at 117% here. Ice Climber sitting pretty at 54, but any higher, and I believe this is a kill percentage for Steve in his favor, but he has to be very careful how he approaches this, and wow!
Did the Ubby not connect?
No. That is so surprising.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at 240p quality. Like I don't see what this.
Yeah,
is.
I was about to say. I'll try sharing the application instead. See if that works any better. All right. This is OBS. It should be OBS. Let me know if that's better. It's kind of zoomed out.
It's more or less the same.
I am looking at the YouTube replay here. Let's see what happened.
Oh, the YouTube was like, okay, there it is.
That was a really, really surprising turn on that first game there. I was convinced that Steve was going to get blown off at the top there, but that was very unfortunate for Ice Climbers in that situation. But game one goes to Acrux. Now we're jumping into game two here between Acrux and Von Karma. So let's see if Von Karma can turn the tides around, because they did really well on the first match. They had the gameplay down pat. They were able to maneuver around Steve, and they were able to keep Nana alive in the most crazy situations. Steve was trying to minecart Nana off, forward smash him off, or her off, and just any opportunity he had to try to separate those two, Nana was just super resilient and coming back. And I felt like he was trying to focus more towards the end on just trying to separate them versus just trying to find a way just to make peace that he's going to be fighting the both of them. He definitely, I want to say he was kind of lucky there at the end on the first game to win.
I saw the replay. He put a block down.
He put a block
down, which stopped Popo from recovering with Nana. So Nana recovered, but Popo, when he was getting yanked up, he hit the block. Sorry, guys. We're watching the 240p quality of the stream, so we're trying to do what we can. We couldn't make out that last stock kill on the previous game, but that was pretty sick.
Yeah, but it looks like Von Karma is having a hard time on this second game. It looks like Steve is starting to learn how to play against this matchup. And this is the thing that I love about weird matchups like this. Just once you start to get the flow of things, you start to realize just certain things that you can or can't do. And we're seeing Steve do a bit more bold options here, but nice play from Ice Climbers getting that first stock off of Steve here, but they are at 155%, but they are still in it here alive. Just barely making it. Steve just trying to take that stock off, and he does, unscathed too at 0%.
20% charged minecart, holy cow.
Yeah, that minecart is definitely doing him wonders. And I believe it's helping out with the ice blocks too. The ice shards too. So that's going to be probably his response every time to that. And I feel like if Steve wants to have a chance, he's going to have to pull out minecart a lot more often in this matchup. Because it looks like Von Karma is having a hard time just handling the minecart play every time it comes out.
It's minecart and the tools, pickaxe especially. It's just distance, rage, disjoints. It doesn't help them that they're stubby. They can't get in.
And there we go, Steve on that stock taken off from Von Karma. First separating Nana, and then following up again to hit Von Karma out on the stage, taking that stock off.
Nice.
A nice play from Von Karma, taking that stock off of Steve. Now we're back into a one stock each situation. This time, the reversed, where Von Karma is actually the one at the high percentage here. So we'll see if they can turn the tides and reverse what could have been their game from game one to game two. All right, Steve is keeping his distance, throwing out those minecarts, and Anvil is going to take that stock off of Von Karma. And with that, Steve advances on 2-0 against Von Karma.